hand, Neil.
All right. I'm glad y'all showed up. Give yourselves a big hand. All right. On Fridays, we've taken to coming down here. We tried to do it every Friday, so we know people's schedules are busy and what have you, so you don't have to think much. This Friday, what do I got to do when I get up after I, take my shower, brush my teeth? 12 o'clock, I got to get down to Hennipen County, the second floor atrium, right? Okay, and we're going to do what? Go up to Mike Freeman's office. So, we appreciate y'all coming out, and let me tell you why we're going to Mike Freeman's office. Because the Hennipen County Attorney's job is to prosecute crimes, right? This is a no-brainer. We know that's what they do. They do it all the time. In my neighborhood, they prosecute people all the time, and they do it without a grand jury, right? And so that's why we've been gathering, because we want them to prosecute those cops, Dustin Schwartzy and Mark Ringenberg, for the murder, the killing of, however you want to put it, of our brother Jamar Clark. That's right. And so we are the Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar Clark. We're the folks who've been putting on the Freeman Fridays. We're the people who pretty much taking the ball and continue to run with it. And we hope that other people will join us because it's a coalition. And the idea of a coalition is that we work together, right? This is not our thing, right? This is everybody's thing. And the whole point is that we're trying to get justice for Jamar Clark. And so the way we see that we get justice for Jamar Clark is by demanding that those cops be prosecuted. And as I've said to the reporters here all the time, we're not asking for anything unreasonable, are we?
No.
If I do something to you, you're going to call the police on me. They're going to arrest me, right? Charge me, right?
That's right.
You're right. They're going to probably assault me, right? But they're going to definitely arrest me and charge me, aren't they? And I'll have my day in court. So that's what prosecution means. It doesn't mean we're not asking to be judge and jury. We're not acting like the cops. We're asking that the system work, right? We're asking that these guys apply to this. Otherwise, folks, you got to ask yourself the question. This brings up certain questions that you got to answer. If the police are above the law, then maybe, just maybe, we don't really live in a democracy. That's right. Then if the police are above the law, then maybe law and order really ain't that important. And if that's the case, then you have a deeper responsibility. I'm not going to go much further than that. And that is, if the system ain't working, we got to change it at some point. I'll leave that alone. So we have a program for you. We got 3 young people who are going to come up and say a few words. See, I'm looking around to see if everybody's here that's supposed to say something to you today. So I see my sister Christy here. So Sister Christy is a part of our coalition, Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar Clark, and she has a few words that she is going to say to you. Y'all give her a hand. Woo!
So I want to start by saying this isn't something that is just affecting Minneapolis. I'm in Savage right now, Savage, Minnesota. Everybody is taking notice. So this is really important that we are making sure that the word gets out about this and that justice is served. All right. This is our 3rd week coming to the government center. The Hennipen County Prosecutor's Office has yet to assuage our fears of a grand jury being called in the shooting of Jamar Clark. The Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar, as well as our community as a whole, feels very strongly that a grand jury to indict would be detrimental to getting the justice for Jamar that is rightly deserved.
That's right.
That's right.
The state of Minnesota does not have the death penalty. And even if it did, Jamar's supposed crime does not, in a normal circumstance, get the death penalty. Period. The actions of Dustin Schwartz and Mark Ringenberg have taken that decision out of the hands of the people and the courts and placed it into their own hands. Our justice system was not meant to work this way. And if you do not directly prosecute Officer Schwartz and Ringenberg, it will send the message that it is acceptable for officers of the law to be judge, jury, and executioner.
That's right.
That's right.
We implore the Hennipen County Prosecutor's Office to do the just thing and prosecute the aforementioned officers.
Believe it or not, that's the first time she's ever given a public presentation.
Awesome.
Good job. so that's how serious the coalition is. Folks are absorbing the ideas, and so they can pretty much tell you what it is that we're trying to get done. So next up, we have this brother who was here last week, actually, just on fire, young students from Southwest High. You know, a lot of the young people in our area have been really radicalizing, and we've been trying to work with them so we can get them involved with our effort to get justice for Brother Jamar. So without much further ado, we have Brother Colin come up.
Hello everybody, my name is Colin Robinson and I'm a sophomore at Southwest High School. The first thing that I want to enlighten you all is that it does not take someone with a college degree to tell you that if someone is murdered that they should not be prosecuted in the judicial system.
All right.
I am 16 years old, so I just had a birthday. And I cannot explain to you enough students and their mentalities and their social consciousness of what's going on in our community. And I spoke on this last week. Now, Southwest just had a day where we skipped all classes and we talked about social inequality. And you know what? In those classrooms, I heard students telling me, you know what? Things need to change. I see it in my community. I see people dying literally blocks away from my house. And this needs to change. How dare you let all this injustice go by a 14-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, a little sister of mine, and not give that officer or person justice for killing somebody in the street, blocks away from our house. These are students literally witnessing what is happening in their own communities. And how dare you look into a child's face and say, no, I am not going to criminalize someone who just did a crime in front of your face and your family. That is ridiculous.
It is.
That is unlawful.
That's right.
That is untruthful and unmoral. To finish off, all the students in Southwest and in Minneapolis Public Schools left school in November to let the world know that things need to change. And that you don't need to be 18 to know what's going on and know how to demand change.
That's right.
They went up to parents and said, Mom, you know what? I'm gonna take the day off school, regardless of what you think. Because I strongly believe that if you kill someone in cold blood, that they should be penalized for their actions. And this is what students are saying, and we've been saying it day after day. And more students are being accustomed to this society where people get executed and not prosecuted. This needs to change. This is always on students' mind, conversations in classrooms. This needs to stop. Thank you.